A big miracle is coming your way. Get ready to receive it, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to take a deep breath and really hear me today. Something extraordinary is coming into your life. Something so magnificent, so life altering, that it will shift the course of your future in ways you have only dared to imagine in your quietest moments of hope. I know life has tested you. I know you have faced struggles that seem never ending, obstacles that felt impossible to overcome, and seasons of waiting that challenged your very faith. And yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still hoping. And that, my friends, is exactly why what I am about to say is so important. You see, miracles are not reserved for the few. They are not random acts of chance, nor are they something that only happens to others. A miracle is simply a manifestation of alignment, a moment when your faith, your preparation, and the timing of the universe come together perfectly. And the truth is, your miracle is already on its way. It may not look like anything you expect, and it may not come at the time you imagined, but it is coming, and it is coming for you. Consider this. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of struggle you have experienced has not been in vain. The universe has been quietly, silently, working behind the scenes, arranging the pieces of your life so that when your miracle arrives, you are ready to receive it fully. Sometimes the greatest blessings are held in preparation. A seed does not break the soil the moment it is planted. It waits, it grows roots, it strengthens itself, and only when it is ready does it break through the surface into the light. In the same way, your miracle has been forming silently and surely in the unseen corners of your life. I know many of you may be wondering, why hasn't it happened yet? Or am I really going to see this miracle? Let me remind you of this. The fact that you are still standing, still hoping, and still believing is evidence that your miracle is closer than you think. Your persistence, your patience, your faith, even when it felt impossible, is the very reason the universe is aligning in your favor. So today, I ask you to do something important. Prepare yourself, prepare your mind, your heart, and your spirit to receive the abundance that is on its way. Release the fear, the doubt, and the worry that have held you back. Step into a state of readiness and expectation, because miracles do not come to those who simply wish for them. They come to those who are ready to receive them. Ladies and gentlemen, as we step into this moment together, remember this truth: a big miracle is coming your way. It is coming in the perfect time, in the perfect way, and it is designed for you. Your journey, your struggle, and your hope have all been leading to this point. Today, I invite you to open your heart fully, to awaken your faith, and to get ready, because what is about to unfold in your life will surpass everything you've imagined. If you want, I can also write a seamless transition from this introduction into the main body of the speech, keeping it full of energy and faith-focused momentum so the audience stays fully engaged. Do you want me to do that next? Many of us have looked at our lives and wondered why certain things have not yet manifested. We see others moving forward, achieving, receiving blessings, and we ask ourselves, why not me? Why am I still waiting? The truth is that what feels like a delay is often not denial, it is preparation. It is the universe or God or life itself, call it what you will, carefully aligning everything so that when your miracle arrives, you are fully ready to receive it. Think of the seed that is planted in the soil. It does not push through the earth the moment it touches the ground. It remains hidden, developing roots, building strength, gathering nutrients. Only when it is ready does it break the surface and reach for the light. In the same way, your miracle has been forming quietly beneath the surface of your awareness. The delays, the setbacks, the unanswered prayers, they are all part of a hidden process preparing you for the fullness of what is coming. Every moment of waiting is an opportunity for growth. When life feels stagnant or slow, it is not because the universe has abandoned you. It is because you are being strengthened, refined, and made ready. Your character, your patience, your faith, and your capacity to hold a greater reality are all being developed. The greater the miracle, the more preparation is required. A small blessing might arrive easily, but a life-changing, heart-stopping, soul-stirring miracle demands readiness. And this readiness comes through what may feel like struggle. Consider the times you have faced trials that seemed unbearable. Perhaps it was a financial struggle, a health challenge, or a relationship that seemed impossible to repair. At the time, it felt like life was unfair, like you were being overlooked, like the universe had turned its back on you. But in those moments, something was happening beneath the surface. You were learning resilience. You were developing clarity about what you truly wanted. You were gaining the courage to stand firm in the face of difficulty. Each trial, each delay, was shaping you into someone capable of receiving far more than you could have imagined. Delays also teach discernment. They separate what is truly yours from what is not. If a miracle arrived prematurely, it might be wasted, unappreciated, or even misunderstood. Life holds back what is not yet ready to be integrated into your reality. The timing of miracles is precise. It is not arbitrary. It is orchestrated with wisdom far beyond human understanding. Waiting is not a punishment. Waiting is alignment. It is important to shift your perspective on delays. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, begin to see them as preparation. Begin to ask yourself, what am I being prepared for? And how am I being shaped to receive this blessing? The answer will always point you toward growth, toward self-discovery, and toward readiness. When you embrace this mindset, waiting becomes not a burden, but a sacred space where transformation occurs. During this season of preparation, you must also cultivate patience. Patience is not passive. Patience is active engagement with faith. It is trusting that the unseen forces are at work, that the timing is perfect, and that every moment of seeming delay has a purpose. It is the understanding that the miracle you desire is not denied, it is simply being perfected. Another critical aspect of preparation is emotional alignment. Miracles do not respond to fear, anxiety, or doubt. They respond to clarity, expectation, and belief. During periods of waiting, you have the chance to refine your thoughts and feelings. You have the opportunity to release resistance, heal old wounds, and elevate your consciousness to a level where you are ready to receive the gift that is coming. Delays are not meant to frustrate you, they are meant to elevate you. Remember, even in sacred stories and scriptures, the greatest blessings were preceded by periods of waiting. Abraham waited decades for a promise to be fulfilled. Joseph endured years of imprisonment before his rise. Moses wandered in the wilderness for decades before leading his people to freedom. In every case, what seemed like a delay was actually essential preparation. It was shaping them to handle the responsibility, the magnitude, and the purpose of the miracle that awaited them. Finally, recognize that the unseen work is as important as the visible outcome. Just because you cannot see the miracle yet does not mean it is not forming. The universe moves in ways that are often invisible to the eye, but precise in their orchestration. You may not understand every twist and turn, but if you remain steadfast, patient, and aligned, the moment will come when the preparation is complete and your miracle will emerge in its full glory. If you want, I can continue with Keynote 2 in the same style, around 800 words, deep, faith-focused, without intro or conclusion, so your speech becomes a full series. Miracles are not dictated by circumstance. They are not determined by how much effort you put into a situation or how perfectly your plan unfolds. The truth is far more profound. The size of the miracle you receive is directly connected to the state of your inner world. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions form the invisible foundatio, N, upon which your life experiences manifest. When your inner state aligns with what you desire, miracles flow naturally and effortlessly. When your inner state is scattered, doubtful, or fearful, even the simplest opportunities may slip through your hands. Consider this: two people may pray for the same breakthrough, the same answer, or the same opportunity. One believes fully, feels worthy, and expects the impossible to manifest. The other hopes, but doubts quietly in the background. The universe does not distinguish between them based on effort alone. It responds to the inner certainty of the first person. Their faith, their assumption of the good, and their emotional readiness create a vibrational alignment with the miracle itself. The miracle is always attracted to the state, not the struggle. Your inner state is shaped by the stories you tell yourself. If you constantly replay doubts, fears, and past failures, your inner state becomes a magnet for more of the same. But if you consciously focus on expectation, gratitude, and certainty, you signal to life that you are ready for extraordinary change. Miracles are drawn to those who can hold them in their mind and heart before they appear in the physical world. Your inner certainty is the blueprint for what will manifest externally. Many people pray, meditate, or affirm, but their inner state does not match the prayer. They speak of faith, yet feel worry. They ask for abundance, yet feel scarcity. They long for peace, yet dwell on chaos. Life responds not to words alone, but to the energy behind those words. Your miracle does not arrive because of loud declarations alone. It arrives because of unwavering inner alignment. Chi, a state in which doubt and fear are replaced by expectation and conviction. The first step to cultivating an aligned inner state is awareness. Notice your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. Observe how your mind responds when you think about the miracle you desire. Are you filled with excitement, anticipation, and belief? Or does anxiety, impatience, or self-doubt creep in? Awareness allows you to catch the moments when your inner state drifts away from alignment, and it gives you the power to correct your focus. Next, consciously elevate your feelings. Miracles respond to feeling more than to reasoning. Imagine your life as if the miracle has already arrived. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude. Hold that feeling consistently, even when your current circumstances say otherwise. The more you immerse yourself in the emotional reality of your miracle, the stronger your vibrational alignment becomes. This is not wishful thinking, this is preparation. You are signaling to life that you are ready to embody the reality of what is coming. It is also important to maintain consistency. The inner state that attracts miracles is not a fleeting emotion, but a sustained condition of belief, faith, and expectation. It is a state that persists regardless of temporary setbacks or external chaos. When you learn to maintain an aligned inner state, you stop being reactive to the world. You no longer allow doubt, fear, or impatience to dictate your experience. Instead, you create a constant magnetic field for your miracle to enter. Many struggle with feeling worthy of receiving. They believe in miracles, yet subconsciously sabotage their own alignment through self-criticism. M or guilt. Your inner state must include not only faith in the miracle itself, but also belief in your capacity to receive it. You must feel deserving, capable, and ready. A miracle cannot fully manifest in someone who unconsciously resists it through doubt or unworthiness. The inner work is as crucial as any external effort. Finally, trust the timing. Your inner state does not only prepare you for manifestation, it also harmonizes you with the perfect timing of the miracle. Even if the outside world seems slow or unresponsive, your consistent inner alignment keeps you connected to the flow of divine timing. You become a vessel ready to receive exactly what is coming when it is meant to arrive. Patience, expectation, and unwavering belief allow the miracle to arrive fully formed without being diminished by impatience or resistance. Your inner state is, in essence, the soil in which miracles grow. Cultivate it carefully, nourish it with belief, and protect it from doubt and negativity. The bigger your faith, the clearer your vision, and the more aligned your emotions, the larger and more transformative the miracle that life will deliver. If you want, I can continue with Keynote 3, Release Control to Make Room for the Supernatural, in the same 800-word deep Neville-style approach without intro or conclusion, so your full speech series comes together seamlessly. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving a miracle is the need to control every aspect of your life. We have been conditioned to believe that if we just plan perfectly, manage carefully, and make all the right decisions, we can secure the outcomes we desire. But the truth is, the most extraordinary events in life, the ones that defy logic, expectation, and even possibility, are born not from control, but from surrender. When you release the need to dictate every detail, you create space for the supernatural to move. Control is often disguised as responsibility. We tell ourselves that if we do not manage every situation, failure will follow. We think that our careful planning and constant vigilance will guarantee success. But the paradox is this: the more tightly we try to hold life in our hands, the less room there is for miracles to enter. Life, the universe, or God, call it what you will, works in mysterious and often unseen ways. When we insist on controlling the process, we unintentionally block the divine orchestration that is always at work behind the scenes. Surrender does not mean laziness or passivity. It does not mean giving up or resigning yourself to circumstance. True surrender is an active state of trust. It is saying, I have done my part, I have aligned my heart, my mind, and my actions. Now I release the outcome to forces greater than myself. When you reach this state, you stop pushing against the natural flow of life. You stop draining your energy on worry, overthinking, and forceful action. You step into a space of calm expectation where miracles can naturally unfold. Consider how rivers flow. A river does not resist rocks, bends, or obstacles. It does not fight the terrain. It simply moves in harmony with it, carving its path naturally, sometimes with surprising force and beauty. The same principle applies to miracles. When you release the need to control, you allow life to carve the path for you. The outcome often exceeds what you could have imagined because it comes from a higher intelligence that sees the whole picture, not just your limited perspective. Control also stems from fear, fear that life is not enough, that you are not enough, that things will not work out if you do not intervene. But fear is the enemy of miracles. Fear constricts, narrows, and blocks. It keeps your mind focused on limitations rather than possibilities. When you let go of fear, even for brief moments, you create an energy of openness that attracts the miraculous. The universe responds to trust, not tension, to expectation, not resistance. Another key aspect of releasing control is embracing uncertainty. Human beings crave certainty because it feels safe. Yet miracles live in the unknown. They arise from possibilities we cannot predict, from timing we cannot force, and from interventions we cannot engineer. Embracing uncertainty is an act of courage. It is saying, I trust that life knows what is best, even when I cannot see it. That trust opens the doors for experiences and blessings that your mind could never have planned. It is also important to understand that releasing control does not mean abandoning your dreams or desires. On the contrary, it magnifies them. By letting go of how and when the miracle should occur, you allow the creative intelligence behind life to deliver it in its most perfect form. Sometimes what you receive is far greater than what you imagined because you allowed space for the unexpected to enter. The moment you cling too tightly, you limit the scope of what is possible. Release comes with practice. It is not instantaneous. It is cultivated through daily acts of letting go, trusting your intuition, surrendering small decisions, and reminding yourself that life has a rhythm beyond your control. Meditation, reflection, prayer, or quiet contemplation can help you align with this state of surrender. Each time you release the illusion of control, you strengthen your capacity to receive the supernatural. Finally, recognize the beauty of timing. The miracle you desire will not come too early or too late. It will come at exactly the right moment, fully formed and perfectly orchestrated. Trying to control the timing only creates friction and frustration. Surrendering allows you to flow with the rhythm of life, to accept the unknown, and to embrace the miracle when it arrives with open arms. Your control may have served you in the past, but now it must be softened. The extraordinary cannot be forced, it must be invited. By releasing control, you create a fertile space in your life, a space where the impossible becomes possible, where doors open without effort, and where miracles appear in ways that leave you in awe. When you stop struggling to direct every detail, Ife begins to work on your behalf in ways you never imagined, and the supernatural begins to reveal itself with clarity, power, and perfection. If you want, I can now write Keynote 4. Signs appear right before the breakthrough in the same 800-word, detailed Neville-style manner without intro or conclusion, so your full speech series continues seamlessly. Life has a mysterious way of signaling that change is near. Often, we do not recognize the signs until after the miracle has arrived. And then we look back in wonder, realizing the clues were all there. Right before a breakthrough, life creates patterns, moments, and nudges that point you toward what is coming. These signs are not coincidences, they are the universe, God, or your higher self whispering to you, preparing you for the shift that is about to occur. One of the most common signs is a sense of tension or pressure. You may feel stretched, challenged, or tested in ways that seem uncomfortable or even unfair. But this intensity is a signal, not a punishment. Just as a seed is compressed beneath the soil before it bursts into bloom, your life is being compressed and focused before the emergence of your miracle. Pressure is not meant to break you, it is meant to prepare you. Sharpen your focus and activate the inner strength you will need to hold the breakthrough when it arrives. Another sign is sudden clarity or unexpected insight. You may notice moments where solutions appear effortlessly, guidance becomes obvious, or decisions that were once confusing now feel simple. These flashes of understanding are indicators that your consciousness is aligning with the solution, that your mind and spirit are tuning in. Oh, the frequency of your next step. Pay attention to these moments, for they are markers that the breakthrough is imminent. The answers were always within you, but the timing now allows them to surface clearly. Repetition is also a common sign. You may see the same number, hear the same phrase, or encounter the same message multiple times within a short period. Life often communicates through patterns. When something repeats itself, it is not random. It is a call to notice, a signal to trust, and an invitation to prepare. Repetition is the universe's way of making sure you do not overlook the clues leading to your miracle. Unexpected shifts often occur right before the breakthrough. People, situations, or circumstances may change suddenly and without warning. Doors that were closed abruptly swing open. Opportunities arise in ways you did not anticipate. Relationships shift, sometimes in ways that challenge you, sometimes in ways that support you. These shifts are signs that the structure of your life is being rearranged to accommodate the arrival of your miracle. Pay attention to the subtle and not so subtle changes, for they are orchestrating the conditions for the manifestation of what you have been waiting for. Emotional cues are another form of signaling. You may feel a sense of peace, excitement, or even nervous anticipation that seems unexplainable. Sometimes you may feel an internal urging, a gentle pull, or a persistent nudge toward action. These emotions are indicators that your energy is aligning with the breakthrough. They are the inner voice of life guiding you toward readiness. Ignoring these cues is missing an essential part of preparation. Trust the feelings that accompany these signs. They are the language of your soul. Synchronicity often appears as a precursor to miracles. People cross your path at just the right time. Events happen in perfect sequence, and circumstances align in ways that defy probability. These synchronicities are not random coincidences. They are the universe arranging people, places, and events to ensure your breakthrough is possible and sustainable. Recognize these moments, follow them, and allow them to guide your decisions. They are proof that life is working on your behalf, even when you cannot see the full picture. Sometimes a sense of waiting or stillness precedes a breakthrough. It may feel as if nothing is happening, yet underneath the surface, life is moving powerfully to align every element of your reality. This quiet before the storm is a sacred period of preparation. Patience is essential during these moments. Trust that the unseen forces are actively orchestrating everything to bring your miracle into manifestation. Do not rush or force the process. The timing is perfect, even when it feels uncertain. Lastly, trust your intuition. Often, the signs appear subtly, and only those attuned to their inner guidance recognize them. Intuition is the internal compass that points toward alignment with your breakthrough. When you notice recurring thoughts, gut feelings, or insights that seem to come from nowhere, pay attention. Acting on these intuitive nudges can accelerate your readiness and help you step into the miracle fully when it arrives. Recognizing signs before a breakthrough requires awareness, attentiveness, and trust. You must remain vigilant, open, and sensitive to the signals life provides. These signs are confirmations that your miracle is near, that your persistence and faith have created a space for it to enter, and that the universe is guiding you toward fulfillment. They are the language of preparation, and those who learn to read them find themselves ready to embrace the extraordinary when it manifests. The final moments before a breakthrough are rarely chaotic, they are intentional. Life orchestrates every signal, every synchronicity, every emotional cue to prepare you, to guide you, and to ensure that when your miracle arrives, you are fully capable of receiving it, appreciating it, and sustaining it. If you want, I can now write keynote 5. Receiving is as important as believing. In the same 800-word, deep Neville-style manner without intro or conclusion, so your full speech series will be complete. Belief alone is not enough. Many people spend years hoping, praying, and envisioning miracles, yet they fail to fully experience them because they do not prepare themselves to receive. Receiving is an art, a state of readiness, and a level of consciousness that is just as important as the faith that attracts the miracle in the first place. You can believe with all your heart, but if your mind and emotions are closed, resistant, or unprepared, the miracle cannot enter fully. Receiving begins with worthiness. You must truly feel that you deserve the blessing, that you are capable of handling it, and that it belongs to you. This does not mean arrogance or entitlement. It means acknowledgement of your own readiness and alignment with the flow of life. Many people unconsciously block miracles because deep down they feel unworthy. They may pray for abundance but feel guilt about having more than others. They may long for love but feel they are not lovable. To receive fully, you must first claim the right to receive without apology or hesitation. Openness is another critical aspect of receiving. Often we limit miracles by confining them to our own expectations. We try to dictate how the miracle should look, when it should arrive, or through what channel it should appear. This narrow view blocks the universe from delivering something far greater than we imagined. To receive, you must release attachment to outcomes. Let life surprise you. Allow the miracle to arrive in its perfect form, even if it defies your understanding or timing. Sometimes what you receive is more expansive, more beautiful, or more transformative than you could have planned. Being open to the unexpected is a key part of readiness. Receiving also requires presence. Many people envision the future so vividly that they overlook the blessings appearing in the present moment. Miracles often arrive quietly, through subtle shifts and small opportunities that go unnoticed because the mind is elsewhere. By cultivating awareness and presence, you allow yourself to recognize and embrace the miracle when it enters your life. Notice the small signs, accept the gentle nudges, and acknowledge the flow of abundance surrounding you. Presence creates a channel through which the miracle can enter effortlessly. Receptivity involves surrender. Just as you learn that releasing control invites the supernatural, receiving requires letting go of resistance. Resistance comes in many forms: doubt, skepticism, fear, or even pride. When you resist, you close the door to the blessing you desire. To receive fully, you must soften, yield, and trust that life has the wisdom to deliver exactly what you need. Surrendering does not diminish your power, it magnifies it by creating space for the miracle to manifest without obstruction. Gratitude is another essential component. When you receive, even in advance, a sense of gratitude signals your readiness. Gratitude is a magnetic force that pulls more of what you desire into your life. By feeling thankful for what is coming, or by acknowledging even the smallest blessings already present, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. Gratitude bridges the gap between belief and reality, transforming expectation into experience. Receiving also requires imagination. The mind is a powerful tool, and envisioning yourself already in possession of your miracle prepares your consciousness to accept it. Imagine the joy, the relief, the transformation, and the freedom that will come with the miracle. Feel it deeply as though it has already happened. This is not wishful thinking, it is a deliberate act of alignment. The clearer and more vivid your inner experience, the more easily life can deliver the corresponding outer experience. Finally, receiving is an ongoing practice. It is not a single moment of acceptance, but a sustained state of openness, awareness, and readiness. Life will continue to offer miracles in different forms, and each one requires you to cultivate the same mindset: worthiness, openness, presence, surrender, gratitude, and imagination. Each act of receiving strengthens your capacity for the next miracle, creating a cycle of manifestation that grows exponentially. To truly receive, you must also recognize that abundance is not finite. Receiving does not take away from anyone else. Allowing yourself to accept love, wealth, opportunities, or joy does not diminish another's potential. When you open your hands to receive fully, you are participating in the natural flow of life, which expands as it circulates. Holding back, resisting, or downplaying what you deserve only restricts the miracle from entering your reality. Believing attracts the miracle, receiving allows it to become real. Without readiness to receive, miracles can pass unnoticed, unclaimed, or partially experienced. By cultivating a consciousness of worthiness, openness, presence, surrender, gratitude, and imagination, you prepare not just to believe in the miracle, but to fully embrace it when it arrives. Receiving is not passive, it is an active engagement with life, an alignment of mind, heart, and spirit that says, I am ready, I am open, I accept this blessing fully without hesitation. When you combine unwavering belief with the readiness to receive, the miracle cannot help but appear, fully formed, in the perfect time and in the most perfect way. If you want, I can now compile all 5 keynotes into a fully polished speech, complete with smooth transitions between sections, so it reads as one cohesive, powerful, 4,000-word speech. This would make it ready for delivery in a Neville-style, faith-filled presentation